Cindy Drozda Instructional Woodturning DVDs presents Making a Removable Wood Tool Handle Using the Aluminum Handle Adapter. Welcome to my woodturning studio. I'm Cindy Drozda. For today's project, I'm going to make a handle for a scraper with a rectangular tang. The rectangular scraper tang on my signature tools fits into the half-inch hole in the handle adapter and is secured by the set screws. The other end of the handle adapter fits into the 5/8" hole that I will drill in the wooden handle I'm about to make. These aluminum handle adapters also come in a 3/8" to fit my 10V finial gouge and a 1/4" to fit my vortex and pyramid tools. I've chosen a piece of kiln-dried soft maple for the handle, 1½ inches square by 9 inches long. The first step is to drill a 5/8" hole in the end of the blank for the handle adapter. Using a center finder, I locate the middle of both ends of the blank and make an awl mark right on the center point. The drill bit is in a Jacob's chuck in the headstock, and the tailstock has a revolving steb center. The tool rest is raised up slightly above center, and I've put it right up against the wood blank so that it will keep the wood from spinning while I drill the hole. I turn the speed down to 0, turn the lathe on, and then gradually increase the speed. To keep from generating too much heat, the drilling is done at a fairly low speed. A piece of masking tape on the drill shank shows me how deep I need the hole to be, so I just advance the tailstock slowly until the wood gets to the masking tape. Here's another way to drill the hole. The square blank is held in a 4-jaw scroll chuck. With the live center on the tailstock end, I can use my spindle gouge to make a cleanup cut on the end of the blank. Now the drill bit and Jacob's chuck are in the tailstock. The point of the drill bit is centered up on the hole that the live center made, and I just advance the tailstock till the wood reaches the tape once again. With a drive center in the headstock and the cone shape of the steb live center centering up on the hole on the other end, it's time for the turning to begin. Top of the tool rest is set about 1/4 inch below center, and the lathe speed is, well, all the way up. I think it's about 2,500 to 3,000 RPM. This is what the spindle roughing gouge was made to do. I keep the end of the handle as low as possible so that the edge is cutting rather than scraping. My hand on the end of the tool pushes straight into the wood, and the bevel guides the cut at an angle. As I push the tool into the wood, I need to raise the handle slightly to keep the cut engaged. The spindle roughing gouge is good for planing cuts also. My front hand slides along the tool rest as a guide. Shifting my weight side to side makes a smooth, straight cut. I'll get an even better finish on the wood if I hold the tool's edge at an angle to the direction of rotation during the cut. This is a bit more difficult to control, but can result in a smoother cut, especially on curly wood. Any more shaping of the handle really is optional. This straight handle fits my hand really well. That's important. I'd like to at least round off the ends. It makes the tool handle feel and look better. The part of the adapter that sticks out is about 1 inch in diameter. The vernier caliper gives me an idea of how the transition will look. It's nice to have the end of the handle rounded and smooth, but I'm going to leave the center mark on in case I wanted to remount the handle and change its shape or size. I could easily stop right here. This handle would be very functional, but I think I'm going to give it a little shape, mainly just for looks. Cutting downhill from each end to the lowest point so that I cut across supported wood fibers. That looks great. Sanding and finishing a tool handle is really totally optional. I'm going to sand and finish this one because I'd like to try out a new product that I just found, and this is a good opportunity. Starting my sanding with 180 grit and going through to 600, here's the product I want to try out. Dr. Kirk's Scratch Free. It's an abrasive polishing compound in soft wax. The directions say to rub it on the piece, polish with the lathe spinning, and then buff with a paper towel. Please don't use cloth to buff out something on the lathe. It can grab and get caught around your fingers. That would not be good. Well, it's a soft, smooth finish, durable enough for a tool handle. Feels like I ought to deburr the rim of that hole. That will help the adapter to fit right up against the end of the handle a little better. And by golly, I believe it's done. Now that my turned wooden handle is done, I need to glue in the handle adapter. To get a better glue bond, I'll use some coarse sandpaper and just rough up the end that goes into the wooden handle. Bit of epoxy or CA glue, and that's all there is to it. I have now made a very easy and inexpensive removable handle for a scraper with a rectangular tang. I can also use the same kind of handle for tools with round tangs such as gouges. The tool can also be easily taken out of the handle so that I can use one handle for several tools. The handle adapters come in this 1/2 inch size I'm using here, and also in the 3/8 and the 1/4 inch. The 3/8 and 1/4 inch are really good for round tools like a vortex and a spindle gouge. One of the really great things about this type of handle is that for traveling, I can take the tool out, turn it around, and put it back in backwards to protect the edge. One of the things I like best about the wooden handle and the aluminum adapter like I just made is that it's very lightweight. Here's a rundown. The Stewart Batty handle, 16 ounces. Thompson handle, 14 ounces. Trent Bosch handle, 10 ounces. The handle I just made, now this is with no tools in them, 5 ounces. Here's an even lighter one that I made out of a smaller piece, beautiful piece of curly maple, under 4 ounces. So if I'm going to be traveling, that means a lot. Like Bert Rattan said, take care of the ounces and the pounds will take care of themselves. Please be sure to visit my website, cindydrozda.com, where I sell these handle adapters and a lot of other cool wood turning stuff. Thank you very much for watching. Have fun. Please be sure to visit my website, cindydrozda.com, for more information about my signature wood turning tools and instructional wood turning DVDs. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching.